Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name's Dylan. Thank you all for coming by. I really do appreciate it. So before this video gets started, if you are an Uber driver and you forgot to use a referral code when you signed up to get your cash bonus or guarantee of up to $1,000, Lyft is up to now $1,800 in some markets. So if you signed up for either Uber or for Lyft and you forgot to use a referral code, I'm gonna leave instructions in the description down below for you to sign up with our code so you can start making some big bonus money. So let's get started with today's video. This topic, this title, I know what you guys are thinking. What is going on? What's the tea? What's the drama? What's the beef, Dylan? I'm gonna tell you guys, is Lyft scamming drivers? Yes, I know, this is a big question that a lot of people actually think that Uber and Lyft are a scam. They think they're scamming drivers. And at first thought, you might say, oh no, they're not scamming drivers. What do you mean? They're paying drivers. It's actually a lot more interesting than you would think. It's a lot more interesting of a question as you might think. One of my arguments on why Uber and Lyft might be scamming drivers, it's not really scamming. It's a little bit misleading, I would say. There's two ways that they're misleading, and I'm gonna get into this. This is actually, I have a big message that I'm gonna respond to from a comment. So this is a response video, so I'm gonna get into that in a second. But first of all, there are two very, very misleading things that Uber and Lyft do, which I'm gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna get into that. Before I do, if you can please leave the video a big thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. It helps me a ton make more content for y'all. My name's Dylan, and yeah, I'm a driver. I am an entrepreneur. I make merchandise clothing. I work in technology. I'm an entrepreneur, actor, and whatever. Anyways, so just wanted to introduce myself. Hi, nice to meet you. Little handshake. Click the thumbs up button if you actually reached your hand out. Okay, so the two most misleading things that Uber and Lyft do for drivers, and they definitely know that they do this. Number one is that they don't want drivers to take into account all the expenses that are in play with being a driver. What do I mean by that? When they tell drivers how much they make in their marketing, they say, oh, you know, make 25, 30 bucks an hour. But really, when you take into account all the depreciation you're putting on your car, all the money you're spending on wear and tear in your car and maintenance, and all the gas money you're spending, it really isn't like 30 bucks an hour. It's a lot less. And you know, sure, maybe if you're driving Uber Black and whatever, you're making a higher rate, but for the most part, what they advertise is not going to be the same at all. I mean, they know that. They want people to think that they can make a lot of money. That's why the turnover rate is so big. And time again, there will always be new people who sign up and think that they're gonna make 30 bucks an hour, which after they calculate it out a few months later, they realize they're making a lot less. And a little secret, guys, there's a lot of drivers who still, after years, don't realize how much money they're spending on their car. Why? Because they just keep financing new cars, and they'll finance a car and then their car gets destroyed because they're putting on 100, 200,000 miles on their car driving Uber. Yes, it's not exaggeration. And then they still owe 20 grand, 30 grand on their car, and then they take it back, they trade it in for a new one, that loan carries over, and they're just piling on debt and debt and debt. And Uber and Lyft are pretty much putting drivers in debt. Do drivers have their own capability to say no? Yes, of course. They don't have to do that, but that's kind of how it works. It's a huge problem. That kind of problem, that's debt, big companies putting people into debt, is a very common thing. A lot of trucking companies do that. They will pay, basically they will have, as a trucker, you can buy your own car, buy your own truck, and like 18-wheeler, and you can start making more money. But you have to personally finance the car, or if you really want to, I don't know, those trucks cost a lot of money. So these companies will pay truckers X amount more dollars if they do bring in their own car. Same thing with farmers. This is a huge problem as well. Currently, in farmers across America, a lot of farmers are actually in debt because the standards for chicken farming eggs is very high, and it gets higher and higher and higher every year. So a lot of these like huge mass companies that buy, like aka the government, they'll tell these farmers, hey, you know, you need to raise your standards. Here you can, you know, it only costs $200,000, and basically farmers are financing it and paying it off later, or they're in debt for the rest of their lives. There's so many, I mean, this is a huge problem. But it's much smaller scale with Uber and Lyft, but a lot of drivers are going into debt with their cars to drive for Uber to make money right now, and then they say, oh, you know, I'll pay off my car later, which they probably never even do. It's sad, I know. The second misleading tactic that they do is with the Uber driver sign up bonus, the Lyft driver sign up bonus. I just saw an ad earlier that Lyft said, sign up for, I don't know, sign up in Orange County or something, or LA, and you'll make $1,800 guaranteed. What does that mean? Basically that means do, I don't know, whatever, how many rides you need to do, but it's like do 100 rides, do 200 rides, and you will guarantee that you make $1,800. They're pretty, like, they used to do cash bonuses, and now it's mostly just guarantees. It is changing all the time, but they want people to think that they're gonna get a cash bonus. And this is by far the #1 email that I get, is drivers saying, hey, you know, I thought I was gonna get $1,800 or $1,000, and you know, they told me that I made too much, so they gave me $0. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a scam, but it's very misleading. So those are the two main ways, and now I'm going to talk about the message that I got, because this is in the same line. This is from somebody called Kalo Laim. He or she said, okay, so this was in response that he or she commented on my video talking about how a Lyft driver didn't get their sign-up bonus or sign-up guarantee, whatever. They signed up with a code, and once they did all their rides, or 100, 200, 300 rides, they called Lyft and they said, oh no, you didn't sign up with a code. We're not gonna retroactively honor it for you. So that person was, you know, SOL, out of luck, poop out of luck. So this person commented, and he or she said, yeah, this happened to me. I got my friend to sign up, and in his first month, he did over 400 trips, and we were waiting to get that bonus money. So we contacted Lyft about the bonus, and they said he didn't use my referral code. And it's kind of weird because we sat there and did it together and follow all instructions about getting the bonus, and Lyft said they did not see a referral code on his sign-up application. I don't know if we got scam or rip off. Yeah, so if you have a similar story, so I want to hear from you. I'm gonna put my response to that. But first, if you have a similar story, if you signed up for Uber or for Lyft with a code and you never got your bonus, you never got your money, let me know. I'm curious. I want to hear if you do, if enough people have, you know, maybe we have something here. So literally, this person is just telling me what happened. Unfortunately with Lyft, there's literally 0 things you can do. Well, you can try going in person to a Lyft hub and talking to somebody. I highly doubt they will help you, because if you think about it, guys, they're a huge company. They got so many drivers. They know you're probably gonna keep driving anyway, so they don't really honor codes. Uber does honor codes. Again, I have the instructions for the retroactive referral code. If you signed up and with the code, apply the, you know, call them and ask, confirm. You can talk to them. The same thing with Lyft. Well, with Lyft, if you call them and they say no, then again, you can't even apply it. But with Uber, at least they'll go back and apply it for you. As long as you do it within the first term that you have, whether that's 10 days, 30 days, 90 days, 100 days of, you know, however many trips you need to complete. So yeah, guys, all in all, I wouldn't say, sure, maybe this person did an accident, I don't know. It sounds like they did it legit. They signed up with the code. They, you know, his buddy and him signed up together, and that's really sad that for whatever reason didn't go through, and there's literally nothing they can do, because this person probably was gonna get a few $100, and the person who referred him, maybe he was gonna get 10 or 20 bucks too. And yes, I know it's only 10 or 20 bucks, but still, it helps. But the driver could have gotten, you know, another 500 bucks, whatever the case was. So yeah, they definitely missed out, and it's sad. There's not really much you can do. Is Uber scamming drivers, Lyft scamming drivers? I would say no, but I am curious to hear your guys' thoughts. The only thing I would say is that they are misleading drivers with the whole, you know, expenses and how much drivers actually make. It is very misleading, but at the same time, a lot of companies do that because they can, and they know that people will fall for it. And it's all in the terms and conditions, so, you know, they're not lying at all. Drivers can literally look up and see, obviously, that they have to pay for their own car and do their math, but people don't. Why? Because most drivers, when they sign up, they just need to get paid. They don't really care. They don't care how much they're making. They just want to, you know, sign up, drive, and get the money today. So yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you were an Uber driver and you signed up without a referral code, go ahead in the description down below and sign up and get your cash bonus or guarantee. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.